right, guys, let's do a meditation together. Meditation is really good for you for so many reasons. One, it can calm your whole body and make you feel peaceful, help you to not be, concerned about things or worried about things, or when you have all these different thoughts that drive you crazy because you can't get your mind to be quiet. Just meditating will really calm not only your mind, but your whole body. Very healthy for you. It's a way to get to know yourself as only energy, right? Because everything's energy in this universe, you too. So you can feel yourself through meditation in this quiet place, and it allows for your imagination to really be able to kick in as I tell some sort of story that I might make up while I'm doing the meditation, and your imagination will help you to see things. Sometimes it's answers to questions that are asked during the meditation. It's a way to even connect to angels or like higher knowing, like the part of you that has answers that you would just know without having to think too hard. So meditation allows you to stop that mind from constantly thinking for your solutions, and it allows your imagination to tap into something called intuition. Intuition is inner knowing, because we all have the ability, no matter how old you are, to just know things, to find answers. And I'm sure no matter how old you are, whether you're 4, 5, 6, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, doesn't matter how old you are, I'm sure you've had times in your life when you kind of knew the answer and you don't even know how you knew the answer, right? That could be even in school or something that the teacher asks you. And then you might think later, and that maybe your friend says, "How did you know that?" And you're like, "I don't know, I just know," right? Because you can just know stuff. The mind, which is the thinking part of us, sometimes thinks too hard and doesn't allow for that part of you that already knows the answer to come in. But in meditation, when we're quiet, the part of us that really does know things about us and answers to things that are going on in our life, that part can be able to be active so that you actually can know whatever it is you need to know. So that's like, maybe I can do a video to explain that a little bit better to all of you. But for right now, we're just gonna do a meditation, and I don't even know what I'm gonna say yet, because that's how I do my meditations. Whatever wants to come in will come in, and probably be some kind of story involved in there. And it's just a chance for you to just relax and let your imagination, kind of like playing a movie in your own head, right? And that's for children of all ages. Even the adults can do this. So if you're sitting with your mom or your dad, or your brothers and sisters, older brothers and sisters, even the younger ones, they can do this with you. You can all sit together. And the fun thing is that when people sit together in a group and do meditation, the energy gets even stronger. And so the answers come in even stronger, or louder, or clearer. So when you're meditating, you might not notice anything. You might see pictures, you might hear thoughts, you might hear voices, kind of like your own voice talking to you. Parts of the story will just come to you and you're like, how did that happen? But that's pretty cool. You just go with the story. Sometimes all you see is colors moving around, feelings, like you feel a happy feeling or a peaceful feeling, or like a really joyful feeling, or something just seems like it makes so much sense to you. You'll feel different types of sensations. Sometimes you feel your body buzzing. Sometimes you feel your body feels a little colder. Sometimes it feels a little warmer. I like to hold crystals usually when I do these things, but for right now, I won't be doing that. But if you have crystals, stop the video and go grab some crystals. You can hold them because they'll add to the energy. Right? Your body will really pick up on the energy that's within the crystal. So let's just get started. So we're just going to take a nice deep breath. You can keep your eyes open and watch me if you want, but I'm just going to be sitting here talking. Or you can keep your eyes closed and let the movie start to play out in your head, right? Also, too, when you close your eyes, it allows for everything else to quiet more. Like, you know, whatever's going on around you, it allows you to just cut that off and just be with the story that I'll be telling you through the meditation. So for right now, we're going to close our eyes if you want to, right? Don't have to. I suggest you do because it's always so much nicer that way. And I want you to imagine, well, actually, let's just start with a couple of deep breaths. So take a deep breath in, letting it out. Letting your breath come in, letting it go back out again. Imagine that while you breathe in, it's like this energy from the universe comes down in the top of your head, and that energy, we'll call it light, that energy goes right through your whole body, and it could go out through your feet into the earth. So just imagine you're breathing this energy in, and it's a really good energy, positive energy. And you're pulling all that positive energy into your body when you breathe in. And guess what? When you breathe out, you're sending any energy that's not positive, any negative energy, worried energy, fearful energy, that's going to go out through the bottoms of your feet, and it's going to go into the earth. So you're breathing in good energy, breathing out any energies that don't feel good, just letting it go. I want you to imagine that now you can actually breathe energy in through your feet. So now we're going to breathe in the earth energy, like the earth is going to send that powerful earth energy, that energy that can produce so many beautiful trees and animals and plants, all of that, this beautiful nature, right? That comes from the earth. So we want to pull that earth energy in through your feet, and letting it go up and out through your head. So we're learning how to pull energy in through our head, out through our feet, pulling energy in through your feet, out through your head. Now imagine pulling energy in through your hands. Energy comes in through your hands. And let's imagine it goes then down and out through your body, through your legs, out through your feet. Let's imagine now breathing in through your hands, only this time it goes in through your arms, up through your neck, out through the top of your head. So we're just pulling energy of the universe and of the earth into our head, our feet, and our hands. So it's a good thing to do to pull energy in. So if you ever feel really kind of in a bad mood, you can just do that. Breathe energy in from the universe, this positive, good vibration energy, right? This good feeling energy. You breathe it in and you breathe out the energies that don't feel so good, like the bad mood. You can just let it go. You have the power to do that. And you do it just with your breath and with your imagination. And that's what meditation is, just using your breath and your imagination. So while we're doing that, and we're getting nice and relaxed, I'm going to do this meditation more geared towards the kids, but the parents can enjoy it just as much. So I want you to imagine this. So you're breathing in this energy, and I want you to imagine that as you breathe in, your belly starts to kind of blow up into a ball, a little bit of a ball, right? And you breathe more energy in, and as you breathe out, it's like it goes out through your belly button and builds this big ball. So breathing in, breathing out, and notice that this ball is getting bigger and bigger. And maybe this ball takes on a color, or maybe every color. And it's like the more you breathe in and out, nice and slow and easy, this ball starts to become like a big balloon, like a hot air balloon. And you notice that just from breathing like this, you start to feel like this balloon is lifting you up and you're floating. So just breathing easy and being like so amazed how this your belly now has transformed to this beautiful hot air balloon, and you're sitting right in the basket in the hot air balloon. And so you're going up and you're just floating around, and you're looking down. You can see the top of your house. You can see your friends' houses. You can see the park. You can see your school. And this balloon just starts to float away, just moving around. And you feel so safe, because guess what? You notice that in that basket with you is your guardian angel, who always keeps you safe and protected. And you're like, whoa, this is amazing. I didn't even know that angel was there. And I just looked out, and there it is, right there in front of me. This beautiful angel. And just notice what this angel looks like. Notice if this angel appears to you as a boy or a girl, a young child, an older child. You know, maybe this angel is actually like a little fairy. And maybe it's not even an angel or a fairy. Maybe it shows up as an animal, a spirit animal. Maybe it's a dog or a cat or a giraffe that fits inside this basket and this balloon. That's how magical it is, right? What if it was an elephant? Can you imagine the elephant being in the same basket with you as you're floating above your house? Why not? See, that's the thing with this imagination. And you kids are so good at imagination. You can make anything happen. You can create your own stories. So after we finish this meditation today, I would like you to make your own meditation. You could even write it down, and you could email it to me, and I'll do that meditation for everybody on the videos. Wouldn't that be cool? So just sitting there with your guardian angel or your spirit animal or little fairy, whatever it is that appears to you, this angel, this fairy, this spirit animal asks you, where in the world would you like to travel to right now? And you tell this spirit, this beautiful angel, where you want to go. And your angel looks at you and smiles and says, snaps its fingers and says, okay, let's do it. And you notice that your balloon seems like in only like a second is now over that place you wanted to go to. So maybe it was some amazing park. Maybe it was another country. Maybe it was some kind of an amusement park somewhere you've gone to. Maybe you find yourself, I don't know, in some special place that you always wanted to go to that maybe you've only seen in books. And so your spirit company there, your angel, your fairy, your animal guide, whoever this guide is, however it appears to you, this guide says to you, are you ready to go? We're going to land the balloon and we're going to go and explore. And of course, you're ready. You're like, I can't wait. So you feel the balloon start to go down, and it lands in this place that you asked to go to. And so you hop out of that balloon. The balloon just kind of lifts away. It's just kind of hovering there, waiting for you to return from your journey. And you take your guide's hand and you start to follow your guide. And your guide takes you to all these little wonderful places. And so just notice what pops up. Notice what people are there, if there are any people there. Notice what the buildings are like, or what the nature is like all around you. Are there animals there with you? Is it just you and your guide, or did you ask your guide to have your family and friends join you? Remember, it's your imagination, so anything is possible. And so travel around this place, and every now and then, your guide stops, asks you to look around at all of the things that you're witnessing, that you're seeing, that you're playing in. And your guide says, what special magical thing would you like to do in this part of your journey? It's almost like your guide says, if you had a wish of what you can do right here, right now, what would that be? And so you think about it and you tell your guide. And your guide's so excited because your guide's like, oh, that would be really cool. And your guide says, okay, when I snap my fingers, that's what will be. Are you ready? So your guide says 1, 2, 3. Snaps the fingers. And now notice how everything's changed. And now there's a whole new place that you're in. Or you're doing something even different. And you spend a moment or two there, making sure you get to do everything that is possible for you to do while you're at this place. Maybe you're noticing what it smells like, what the colors are like, if it's hot or if it's cold. And so your guide says, okay, now we're going to move into another place. So think about where you want to go next. It could be anywhere. We could all of a sudden be in another whole other part of the world. And so you think about it. Maybe you just want to be back in your schoolroom at school, doing things that you were doing that you used to do. Could be anything. Maybe you're visiting some family that lives a little bit far away. And so your guide says, okay, you ready? We're going to do it again. I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to snap my fingers and we're going to be there. So your guide says 1, 2, 3. Wow. Notice how magical that was. You're just there. So what do you see? What do you notice? What does it feel like being there? Your guide says, what story do you want to create while you're here? Because your guide always reminds you about how magical you are and how you can really create anything that you want in your life. You just have to allow it to be, believe that it's possible, and think about actually being it and doing it. Because the more you live your dreams in your mind and feel them like they're really happening, guess what? They magically begin to happen. And there's no story that is too crazy. So sometimes the bigger people might tell you, oh, that's impossible, or oh, we can't do that, or that could never be done. But it can. As long as you believe in it, you'll find a way to create something that is, if not the thing that you want, something very similar or something even better. Yeah. And so now your guide says, we have one more place to go. I sent the balloon up to the top of that mountain. You see that mountain over there? Yeah. I'm going to snap my fingers on the count of 3, and we're going to be on the top of that mountain, near that balloon. And so your guide says, 1, 2, 3. Wow. You're on top of this mountain. And you could see so far. There aren't even any clouds in the sky. And the sun is nice and bright. And you can see so far away. And it's like you can turn around and you can look all around you and see for miles and miles and miles. And you look down and you can see all the different types of land, the water, maybe the cities and the towns that are around there. And your guide says to you, this is the last part of our journey for today. And what I want you to do while you're here on the top of this mountain is to think about what you want to be in your life, what you want to do when you grow up, what you want to do when you're older. What thing would you love doing more than anything else in the whole entire world? I want you to sit here on top of this mountain, and I want you to think about it, and I want you to pretend in your mind that you are older and you are doing exactly what it is you always dreamed of doing. Yeah. Just think about how amazing it would be. You can maybe imagine what you look like. You can imagine how old you are. Maybe you're not even that old. Maybe it's only a few years from now and you're doing this thing you would love to be doing. And for some of you who don't really know what you want to do, let your spirit guide surprise you and show you yourself doing something, whatever that is. Something to think about, something you might want to do in the future. And you know what's pretty cool about this? You can always change your mind because you are the creator, right? You take those crayons out and that piece of paper and you draw something, that's you creating it. You do your homework, send it in at school, that's you who created that. You move the furniture around in your room and you decorate things and put stuff on the wall, that's you creating that. You can create in so many different ways. Some of you maybe like to do it with paintings and writing, building things out in your backyard, taking a bunch of pieces of what looks like, I don't know, sticks and stones, and all of a sudden you created this amazing, beautiful thing. It could be anything because you are a creator. And that's what your guide really wants you to know, that you are the creator and you can always create lots of stories in your mind about the things you would really love to be doing in your life. And as you put your thoughts into the imagination, the universe helps you to make your dreams come true. That's what your guide wants you to know, that the universe can help you make your dreams come true. So now your guide tells you, okay, so remember all of these different experiences you had, all the places that you went to. If you want to, after the meditation, you can write it down. You can draw some pictures about where you were and what you saw, and that would be really cool. And so your guide says, all right, now you ready? We're gonna hop into that basket. And there you go, you hopped in the basket. And we're gonna allow the balloon to rise once again and feel it just floating away, floating back to your town, back to right above your house, and feel the balloon start to lower down, and it lands at the top of your house. And your guide looks at you, tells you how awesome you are and how you can do anything you want to in your life because you are so powerful. You can make all of your dreams come true. And your guide gives you a big hug and a nice little squeeze and maybe a kiss on the cheek or a pat on the head. And your guide says, I am here for you always. If you want to close your eyes at night and fall asleep and dream with me, I am there for you. If you want to sit like this in a meditation like you did today, just quietly, maybe in your room or out in your yard, and dream up all these different stories, I will help you with them. And you're so happy that you have this guide. Maybe you didn't know you had this guide or this angel or this fairy who always helps you, but you do. And now you've met that guide. And so you say, thank you for taking me on this journey, and I can't wait to go on to more journeys with you. And then you close your eyes. It's as if the balloon goes away and you feel yourself coming back into the room that you're in your house or in your backyard, wherever you were when you first started your journey. And you just think to yourself, wow, that was pretty fun. I'd like to do it again. And I want you now to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes and maybe stretch your head a little bit, maybe do circles like we do in karate class, maybe up and down. Yeah. Open your eyes. And what I'd like you to do is write down what you saw, draw a picture of it, maybe tell your sister, your brother, your parents, and maybe you can tell your parents to email me, and you can send it to info, INFO, at shukokai.com. and then I will get it and I could read it. And maybe I'll read some of these on the next videos, so the other students that you can't see right now because we're not in the dojo, I can share the stories. So that would be pretty cool. I would love to see your stories. And for right now, that's all we'll do with meditation for today. I miss you guys. I love you guys. And I can't wait to see you again in the dojo.